Alright, so this is the introduction or the output for today's lesson. So today I'm going to show you on introduction, so what is the surface analysis in Civil 3D, and then I'm going to create the analysis for elevation, slope and slope arrows surface analysis, and I'm going to create the watershed analysis, and lastly I'm going to create the water drop and catchment analysis in Civil 3D. All right. So first, I'm just going to explain so what is surface analysis. So surface analysis in Civil 3D is involving the analyzing of the 3D surface model to understand the characteristic of the slope, elevation, direction, and water flow. So usually this analysis is applying through the color-coded range, okay, based on the surface, elevation, slope, and so on. So there are type of the common type of surface analysis, which is the first one is elevation, slope and slope arrow, direction, watershed, water drop path, and also the catchment area. So this is the type of surface that you surface analysis that you can do in Civil 3D. So usually for elevation, so usually elevation is to visualize the the high and the low elevation in your surface, or the maximum and minimum elevation in surface. And then slope and slope arrow, usually you can show the pattern of the slope, the color of the slope, and also for the slope arrow, you can also show the direction of the slope. All right, and then we have the direction. So direction is to analyze the orientation of the surface to indicate the direction, which part of the surface face in the Civil 3D. All right, and then we have watershed. So watershed is to trace the flow of water across the surface. So same goes to water drop path. So the difference between watershed and water drop path is watershed, you can create the analysis for overall point. So it will show you for this point, the depth, the area, the boundary point, the depression point, and so on. For water drop path is you pick one point and that it will show you the path of the water flow. All right. And then we have the catchment area. So catchment area is the geographical region where the water is precipitation, such as the river, lake, and also sea. All right. So these are the surfaces analysis that you can do in Civil 3D. So for today, I'm going to show the elevation, the slope arrow, watershed, water drop, and also catchment area. All right. So let me share my Civil 3D. Then, so let me open my Civil 3D. A moment. Share screen. So you can see my Civil 3D. All right. Okay. So to start my drawing here, to start my analysis here, first I'm going to add the unit and zone for this drawing. So it will follow the zone according to my my site area, my project area. Okay, so I go to prospector here, and then I go to settings. Sorry, I go to tool space, setting, and then I right click on this drawing number or drawing name. I click on edit drawing setting, so it will pop up this unit and zone. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set the zone for this drawing. So first, I'm going to use my country zone, which is Malaysia. Malaysia, all right. And then I'm going to use the coordinate for this zone will be the West Malaysia, this one, MALRSO_W. So this is my zone and my coordinate. So I just click on OK. So after I click on OK, then I can add my point and then I do my surface as usual. So I go here to insert tab. I go to point from file and then I'm going to add my point file here. So I'm going to use this one. And then my file format will be PNEZD. And then I just click on OK. So this is my point for my surface. So after I insert point, and then I create this surface for this point. So I go to prospector into to space, and then I go to this surface, right click, I create on surface. So this one is just a basic surface, like you create a contouring, you not create the analysis yet. So I'm just going to rename this as existing or EG surface. And then just going to use whatever style that it choose here. So I just click OK. And then I go back to the prospector, I expand the surface, expand the EG surface, EG, definition, and then I go to this point group and I add the point group here. All right, click on OK. So now I can see my surface like that. So once I see my surface, I don't want the point mark anymore. So I go to the prospector again, go to the point group, right click on the point group, and then I go to properties. Sorry, not the properties here. I go to the properties, yes, correct. A moment. Oh, sorry. I go to the I go to properties, go to point group, and then I go to down here. The style for the point group, which is I change the style to none. Okay. Moment, none. Okay, there's no none. A moment. Let me just go again. That I go to all point properties. All right. So I need to go to the all point. So sorry for that one. So I go to properties, point group, expand, and then there is the all point. This point that I add in my surface just now. So right click, go to properties. So here I want going to change this one to none. And then I click on OK. So now I cannot see the point mark anymore. I only want the surface here. All right. So after I hide the point mark, so now I can create the analysis. So first, I'm going to create the elevation analysis. So for example, elevation analysis like this. So I differentiate the elevation in the surface using the color coded visual. All right. So to do that, I just click on this surface. I go to the surface property, this one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new surface style. So I click on create new. And then it will pop up this surface style, new surface style. So first thing I'm going to do is I just go to this information and then I'm going to rename this as surface analysis. All right. And then I go to this display setting. Okay, display tab. And then this is going to be the view direction. So this is the plan view direction. So as you can see here, I can see the border, okay, for the plan. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open or I'm going to change the visibility for elevation here. So just click on that bulb there. So it will turn on the visibility for the elevation. And then same goes to the model. So I change the view direction to model here. And then I on or I switch on this visibility for elevation in the model direction too. So I just click OK. I click on OK. So once I click on OK, as you can see, my surface now showing in the color. So it's showing the elevation in my in my surface in color. So you can see there's a darker blue, the lighter blue. So this is different values of elevation. So I want to know what is this darker elevation, darker blue here. What is elevation, and the lighter view here, blue here. What is elevation indicate for this color? And then I want to change the color. I don't want to differentiate between the elevation using blue color. I want it to have a rainbow color like this one. Okay, so it has blue color, yellow color, red color. So this is differentiate between the elevation. I'm going to use this kind of visual. So to do that, I need to go back to the surface tile now. So I just click on the surface here. I go to the surface properties drop down, and then there is the edit surface tile. So I just click on that one, and then I'm going uh, to do the setting for the analysis tab here. So you click on this analysis tab, and then I expand this elevation option. So these are elevation setting for this tile. So as you can see, the range color scheme are blue. You can see this blue. That's why my surface tile showing in blue color. So I don't want in the blue color. So I just click on this drop down. And then you can see I can change the color scheme to the other type of range. Let's say you want rainbow, you want it to be a red color. So you can change it here. So maybe I want it in rainbow. All right. And then the create range by. So I want to create it by number of range. So it will show you, okay, from this point to this point, from this elevation to this elevation in red color, blue color, like that. All right. And then I go to this number of range. Okay. So this number of range indicate the number of different color in your surface analysis. Let's say you want 8 range here, so it will show you elevation, different elevation color in 8 different elevation in different color. So you have 8 different color with different elevation. All right. So maybe, for example, red color indicate elevation 100 to elevation 110. So until 8 elevation, 8 colors like that. All right. So you can change it here. Maybe I change to 6. So I don't want to have many range of color, okay, or elevation. So I just going to change to 6 here. And then I click on OK. So once I click on OK, you can see it's showing the color changing. Okay, so now I have red color, yellow color, and green color. And if I go to 3D view, so I have an issue here where the color there are not on top of my surface. It's just a 2D color, 2D pattern. There's no in model. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click again on the surface, go to the edit surface tile, go back to the elevation just now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the display type. Okay, so as you can see, the display type here are in 2D solid. So that's why if you change this view to a model view or to a 3D view, this analysis will not in on top of your surface. It will be just like a 2D. All right. So if you want it show in 3D too, okay, 3D, you want to show in 3D, you need to change the display type to 3D faces. Okay, so once I change this display type to 3D faces, I click on OK. So, I click on OK here. So as you can see, okay, there is a color in my surface here. So, maybe I'm going to hide the display for triangle here. All right. So as you can see, either I go in a model view or I go to the top view. Change this view to top view. So I still can see the different shade of color. Okay, like that. So if I go back to the model view so I can still see the differentiate of color on top of my surface. Okay, this is a 3D model. Alright, so I'm done with the surface tile. So now I'm going to run the analysis. So for you to run the analysis, you need to go back to the surface property. And then from here, you just go to this analysis tab. Okay, just now what we do is just for the surface tile, not the analysis. So if you want to create the analysis, you need to go back to the surface property and then you go to this analysis tab. So from here, you can see the analysis type is elevation. And then this is the legend. Okay, it will create a table after you generate your analysis. It will create a table. And then this is the range. So same as what you create in the surface tile. So you need to do the same setting here in the analysis. So you can see create range by, I'm going to use the number of range. And then you can see, usually it will automatically save or detect your setting in the surface. So you can see the range is 6. Alright. So what I'm going to do is just click on this one. Click on this run analysis. Alright. So once you click on the run analysis, you can see this is the range detail of your surface. So as you can see, if it's showing the red color here in this area. Okay, let me move my tab here. So you can see I have red color area in this moment. Okay, as you can see, I have the red color in this area. So this area indicate the minimum elevation of 85.510 meter. And then the maximum elevation for that red area is 93.924 meter. Okay, so, and then I just click OK. So once I click OK, now I want to bring out this table. Okay, I want to bring out this table. Okay, it will show you the minimum and maximum elevation using the color there. So to bring out the table like that, I'm just going to click on that one. Click on the surface, go to add a legend here. Okay, so I click on add legend. So once you click on add legend, it will ask you what type of legend that you want to bring out. Okay, so I'm going to have the elevation. And then behavior for this legend will be dynamic. And then you place the table there. So you can see it will follow the table. This table will follow the detail in the analysis just now. All right. So let's say you want to change. Okay, you want to change the minimum and maximum elevation for the green color. Okay. So what I need to do is I just go back to the analysis just now, and then I go to this green skin color. You can see this green color, and then I just simply click on the minimum elevation. Then I can change here. Okay. So maybe I want to change on the minimum to 95. So this one will be 95. And then the maximum elevation for the green color will be 105. Okay. Sorry, 102. And this one I need to change to 102. So I need to like make it accurate. Okay, a moment. So 103. This one is 104. Okay, this one 10. Sorry, this one will be 107. Okay, this one I just randomly put the numbers here. All right. So I click on OK. So once I click on OK, you can if you notice there is a changes in my view here. All right. So maybe I change the blue color because you cannot see the changing properly. Maybe this one to 110 or 112. So this one is 112. All right, I click on apply. Okay, you can see it's expanding my blue color area. So which means I have the elevation for 103 to 112 are in this area, and then it will expand it just now. It will reflect. Once you click on apply, whatever setting you do in the analysis here, it will reflect on your surface. And it will also reflect on the table. You see? The table, just now I changed the blue setting to 103 to 112. Alright? Alright, it will change it like that. Alright, so that one is for the elevation. So let's say you want, next one, I want to do the slope arrow. So I want to change this view style to a slope style, not the elevation. Okay, so what I need to do is I just click on the surface again, go to the edit surface style, and then from this display type, I'm just going to turn off the visibility of elevation, and then I have this slope arrow. So I'm going to turn on the visibility of the slope arrow. So click on OK. So automatically it will show me the arrow. All right, the direction of the slope. So sorry, one more, which is the slope. Slope and the slope arrow. Okay, so you can see it will show me the direction of the slope and then the color. So the darker red color, you have slope there. So you can see this is slope in this point. All right. So that is for the slope arrow. So actually the setting for each type is the same. Okay, let's say you want to change the color for the slope area here. Just go back to edit surface style, and then what I'm going to do is go to analysis, go to slope, and then you can see the same setting. Okay, you can change the scheme to the rainbow if you want, and then you can change this one to display to 3D and so on. Whatever you do setting just now in elevation, you can do in the slope too. Okay, you can see I changed it to 3D, but I didn't change the color, so it will show me the slope area in red color, and that you can still see the arrow like that. Okay. Same goes if you want to bring out the same goes if you want to run the analysis or you want to bring out the table just now, like this one. So I just go to legend here. Look. Okay, and I paste it here. Alright. So maybe because I didn't run the analysis, so I just going to run the analysis. Look, run. Say okay. So it will update here. Okay. So this is the the slope detail. So maximum slope, minimum slope. So same goes for the slope. If you want to edit the information for the slope, you need to go to analysis in the surface properties. You change the analysis type to slope, and then you run it, and then this is the slope setting. So same goes if you want to change the slope value here, you can just change it like that. All right. So that is for slope and for elevation. Actually, you just apply the same method for both analysis. All right. So you do the display setting, you do the surface style first, and then you go to surface properties, run the analysis for whatever type of analysis that you want, and then you can change, you can customize the elevation, the slope setting, and then you can also change the color in the style just now. All right? So that is for elevation and slope arrow. Okay, so next one, I'm going to show you on how to create the watershed analysis or watershed detail. So to do that, you just simply click on the surface, go to surface properties, edit surface. So first thing, I'm going to go to display here. I'm going to type the look, and then there is a watershed visibility here. So you need to on that watershed. So after I on the watershed here, I just click OK. So right away, it will pop up the watershed analysis style of the view here. You can see we have the boundary type of this watershed on this point. 46 point is a boundary segment, and then the area here is 414.12. All right. So as you can see, for the watershed, we have different types of watershed here. We have boundary segment, we have depression, we have boundary point. So what of these all type here? So for the watershed, moment. Okay. So for the watershed, we have the few type of watershed display in the analysis just now. As you can see, if it's showing the point, boundary point, so which means boundary point is the lowest point, or as you can see, the water flow in the end of this channel. Okay, so that is a boundary point. And then we have the boundary segment. So boundary segment is the edge of your surface, as you can see here. Okay, a moment, let me, oh, sorry. Um, sorry, I want to point. All right, so you can see at this point, okay, for boundary point is the lowest point or the end of your channel. Okay, and then we have the boundary segment here, P1. Okay, P1, you can see P1 until P4. Okay, this one is the boundary segment. So boundary segment is the edge of your surface, belong to the triangle. You can see the triangle, the arrow here, the slope here, showing this arrow. Okay, which means this is the boundary segment. Okay, the water flow along this segment. All right, and then we have the depression. So depression is P8 and P9, which is this depression is the lower elevation along this area, and then it didn't have the boundary segment, which is the water, it didn't flow to this edge of the surface. Okay, it flows to the center of the surface here in this point. So which means this is a depression. Okay, it didn't have any downhill. So it's like it's like a hole. Maybe there's a hole there. So like that. Okay, this is the type of watershed. So boundary point, P5 here, boundary segment, which is the segment, the edge of the water flow along your surface here, and the depression, which is the lower elevation on the center of your or any midpoint or of your surface. Okay. All right, so you can see, and maybe I showing my this again. So you can see we have the depression here, so which means depression in point ID 60.9 here. Okay, depression here, and then we have boundary segment. So this is correct because this is the boundary of your surface. If I just make maybe I change to I add back I view back the triangle, and then also the look. Okay. Okay, you can see. Okay. So this is the triangle. So this is point boundary segment at this segment showing this is the edge of your point. Okay, you can see. Okay, the water flow. Maybe I hide the flow arrow. Okay, so this is the water flow in along this triangle, which is the segment there. All right, so that how you view the watershed. So if you want to run the analysis for a watershed, the same thing, go to the properties, analysis, change this to watershed and run it if you want to run the watershed analysis. All right. All right. And then next one, I want to show you the water drop and also the catchment area. So maybe I change this to like contour back. Okay, contour background, this one. Okay, so to add the water drop or the catchment area, you just click on the surface and then it will pop up on top of this analysis tab, analyze tab. You can see this is a water drop. So I just click on the water drop and then it will pop up this box. Okay, water drop. Right, so this is the setting for the water drop. You have the path layer, if you want layer, add in the water drop path. And then you have the water drop path type. So either you want it in 3D, polyline, or 2D. So if you just click on 2D, the line just going to show in 2D, 2D view. So if you want to make it show the 3D view too, so you just change it to 3D polyline if you want. All right. And then next one, we have the marker. Marker will show you the point where is the starting point for the water drop. Okay, and then it flow. So I want it, so I click on yes. And then I can change the start point marker style. So the water drop point, what type of water drop point that you want. So I'm just going to click on this basic, click on this point three dot, and then this is the water point. You can use the point marker as you do for the point, for the Kogo point. It's actually the same thing. All right. So maybe I just use catch pattern and then I click OK. Okay. So I can pick any point here. Maybe this one here, and then automatically will show me the drop. You can see it will drop here, which means from this point. Okay, from this triangle point, sorry, rectangle point here, you can see, sorry, rectangle point here or square point there. So the water will drop from this point to this area, to this point. Okay, if I click here, so it will show you, see, the water will flow along the first point just now, and then it will drop here. Okay, like that, it will drop there. Okay, so you can pick any point, you can see, everything will drop in the same area. Okay, so which means the water flow from this point, it will flow to this area. Okay, to this area, like that. Okay, maybe this area. Okay, all right, so there's slope there. Right, that is water drop. And then, which is the catchment area, the last one. So same, you just click on the surface, go to the analyze column here, and then there is the catchment area. Okay, so you click on this catchment area. So usually catchment area will show you the drainage region, or I will say that catchment area is like a river. Okay, so I click on catchment area there. It will pop up the catchment setting, and then from here you can do the setting for the catchment view or catchment style. You can see the display discharge point. So I want a point there, yes. And then discharge point, which is like a marker there. So you can change it if you want. And then the catchment object type, this one, 2D or 3D. Same, it's the same setting as the water drop. What different is showing you the area of the catchment. So okay, okay. And then maybe I click on this point. So you can see this is the area. Okay, maybe there's a river there or the area for the water collection. Okay, water collect there. Okay, maybe here. This one, if I click here just now, if there is no catchment, it will not showing. Okay, see, I click here. So it didn't show any catchment area, which is there is no catchment area at that point. If I change this one, change to this point, so it's showing the catchment area. So from this point, there is a catchment area. Okay? All right. So I think that's all from me today. Any question? All right. So I believe there's no question. So I just want to bring you a quick review on our website. So you can go to our ACAD system. If you're new here, you can go to our acadsystem.com. And then from here, if you want to rewatch our Freelance lesson, or you want to know what our next Freelance lesson, you can just check in our latest Autodesk Freelance courses and lessons here. And then if you want to rewatch it, you just scroll down a bit, and then you will find our social media account. We have our Facebook and our YouTube here. And then if you want to rewatch today's Freelance lesson, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is Acad Systems Sdn Berhad. And then from there, you go to live option. And then you can see we're going to re-upload our free online lesson in our YouTube channel. Okay, you can freely go here and then rewatch our free online lesson. Right? Okay, so I think that's all from me today. Thank you everyone for joining our free online lesson today. So hopefully you get something. All right, so I'm going to end my front lesson here. Thank you, everyone. See you on our next front lesson. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. 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 Thank you. Hopefully you get